Welcome to The Chatter, your end of the week ear candy for what to eat, drink, see, and do in Richmond, Virginia, right damn now.
The Richmond experience is independently owned and created by locals, us, for locals, you. From recent openings and the latest trends to time tested traditions and hidden gems, we're here to help you experience the very best that RVA has to offer.
Hi, I'm Paige, RVAX social media manager. I'm the face you see in front of the scenes on Instagram and TikTok, taking you to all the latest and greatest hotspots around town.
And I'm Kelsey, RVAX managing editor, working behind the scenes on your Wednesday and Thursday newsletters, the Weekly Insider and the Weekender, and City Guides.
How are you, Kels?
Hi, Paige. I'm doing well. I every episode, I feel like we've started with how stressed we are, so I'm gonna try not to do that, but I'm tired, Paige.
I understand. I actually feel like I'm getting out of the nitty gritty of the move and everything. I still don't have furniture, but
It'll
I
be here
mean,
soon.
it'll be here soon.
Do you
Yeah.
have all of your orders in place and everything? Or are you still sourcing some ideas?
So that kind of leads me into what I want to talk about. I did order most of my furniture from West Elm. I'm kind of regretting the choice. I wish I would have just bought everything at Texture,
You
but
know?
I didn't. They weren't here when I
Yeah,
was
right.
doing that. They were just
Right.
brand
That's
new.
understandable.
And
You didn't know what
so
you didn't know.
and so I wish I would have just bought everything locally. Also, La Diff. I
Oh my
have
gosh.
known about La Diff, but I just did a business visit there last week. And, you know, when I walked in there, she was like, we do have, a reputation for being very expensive. And she was like, but we're not. And I'm like, you're not. You really are affordable and accessible. So I kind of just wish I would have done locally. All furniture takes time. Texture was saying, their custom pieces, it takes up to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So with West Elm, we placed our order the beginning of July, and
Mhm.
so it's going to be August next, actually this week.
Yeah,
So
truly, we're coming right up to it.
yeah, I'm just hoping, it gets here, everything's fine. But I've just been on line and reading some horror stories about placing orders and you don't get it for 6 months,
Right.
and I need a couch.
It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. The regular mantra we've been sending into the ether, everything will be fine.
Yep.
But I felt the same way when I saw your stories about La Diff last week, where
Mhm.
I've known of La Diff, but I haven't actually been in there before. Stunning advertisement. I'd be happily go over there immediately.
Yeah, so they used to be in Shockoe Bottom, and they had
Yes.
that huge warehouse. They actually downsized and moved to Manchester, but they have some stunning modern furniture,
Oh my
and
gosh.
their styling team will help you. It was a really cool experience. So I went there last week, and then over the weekend, Holly and I were like, well, let's bounce into Texture, because when I went there and I ate at Stock, I fell in love with the lamp. And I was like,
Oh,
that would look so good in our living room. So we went over there and I did order the lamp, and I got some accent pillows for the said couch that will hopefully be here
that is to be
someday.
determined when it arrives.
Yeah. But we did do that. And while we were there though, I do have to mention the Stock happy hour.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Let's hear more about this for people who might have missed it on stories.
Yeah, so it's, I think, Monday through Saturday, 3 to 6, but there's an $11 bottle of wine.
And from
So
our in-house wine expert, you Paige, that if you're talking about it, it's a go-to.
yeah, it's a Vino Verde, so very good. You get 4 glasses in a bottle, so that equates to 275 a glass. I mean, if you are on a budget and you want a killer happy hour, just go to Stock.
Oh my gosh. And it's just what a beautiful atmosphere and ambiance too. It's so nice. And if I can this seems like a perfect opportunity to drop a little hot goss too for people to look forward to, Paige. We have just recently been in talks with the folks over at Texture and Stock to host an upcoming
Yes.
book club there. So if you haven't been, go now and then meet us there when you get those details on our member home and everything in the coming weeks and months, because it's going to be happening soon, but you'll have to go to our website for more details.
I am really looking forward to that. I think our book club will be super cool there. and I'm gonna go early so I can score an $11 bottle of wine.
Yes, as you should. I was telling our contact over there when we were planning to do this that I was like, oh, I don't need any excuse to get back over there, but I am glad I'm being given one, because sometimes with the hustle and bustle of the summer season and stuff, it's tricky to get out the door and do all these like fun things that you were maybe doing in the slower seasons. But I'm happy to have it on my calendar ready and queued up for me, by way of book club. Say
Yeah,
no more.
I think that'll be
So
great.
there you go. So furniture shopping and reading and enjoying $11 bottles of wine. Fine.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Well, I was saying when we were starting how I was feeling, tired and everything. And I was telling you before this call that I'm just kind of feeling like I'm on the Wednesday of summer in a way where it's kind of like we've gotten into it, we've been moving and grooving, and then it's kind of like, wow, like I can't wait for like a weekend break kind of thing and just to slow down for a minute, but we're still like midway. We're not quite like to like a full on break, rest kind of part of the year. We've got so much coming up as the summer continues. But that's how I'm feeling exhaustion wise, where it's just sort of like, this has been great, but are we going to sit down at any point? I feel like the answer is no, not right now.
I feel you. I feel like there is no break in sight. We
No.
have vacations coming up in September, so we
Right.
have those to look
So
forward
we
to.
have like, right. So I guess like no breaks tomorrow or anything, but
No.
they're on the calendar. They're coming up in the future. But then of course, also as things happen, it's like you get out of summer, everything cools down for a second, and then you're right into pumpkin spice and
Oh,
fall
I'm here
season where
for
it's like,
it.
I mean, I love it, but talk about ramping things up again. There really is no break, I guess, when you're
No,
like
because
enjoying
then
your life.
no, then it's Christmas,
I know.
holidays.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
no.
Oh my God. I
We'll have a
can't. Let
break
me
in
not take us down
January.
this road. Well, okay. So we talked about all of the furniture happenings and stuff then that you did last weekend. And now we're all going to go check out this lamp and the pillows and the furniture over at Texture and Beyond. What are
Mhm.
you doing this weekend, Paige, as we head into that?
So, this is a new business, and it's called Safe Surf RVA. That's their handle. And essentially, they're out of the Osborne boat landing, so right by the lily pad. So you go out on a boat and you essentially like ride the waves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So we are going on Saturday. I have a couple girlfriends and me and Holly, we're gonna go on the boat and we're gonna see if we can surf a little.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see how this all goes. Have you ever
I'll
been
probably eat it.
Then you'll go right back to the lily pad, have a delicious lunch or happy hour. It's fine. It's like it never
Honestly,
happened.
honestly, we probably will.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine. You try the surfing, you see how it goes, good or bad. You have the lily pad on the other end of it, so it's fine.
Yeah,
Have you been surfing for real before?
no, it's like a dream of mine. I would
Is
love to
it?
be a surfer girl.
Honestly, Paige, you could totally be a surfer girl with the blonde locks and the tan. Like you're already fit for the part. I was just thinking because we are in the thick of Olympics and surfing's part of it, of course, for the summer games and all that. I have been surfing before one time in Hawaii when I went with friends a few years ago. And it was kind of like this unlocked memory I was having when I was looking at this footage of the Olympians, because what a terrible time for me. I mean, I'm like scared of sharks, even just on land. And it was just not great for my mental health personally.
Yeah, I didn't think really about the under the water
That was
happenings,
all I was
but
thinking about.
I I mean, do you know the movie Blue Crush, right?
Yes, a classic of our time.
Honestly, one of my top 10 favorite movies.
I
I
mean,
don't know
is it Kate
why.
Bosworth is like the lead?
Is that who it is?
I think it is
I'm
like
really
the
bad with the
blonde cutie.
actresses.
I only have that off the top of my head because my family and I were all talking about, of course, all of the
Yep,
good
you're right.
Sharky. Okay.
Kate
Yeah, because we were
Bosworth.
talking about, and then what's the one? I still hadn't gotten the name of this movie, but the one with Blake Lively in it, where she's a surfer too, but then like there's a big shark drama of it all. I can't remember what that one's called, but I got all your shark footage content for you.
The Shallows?
Oh, The Shallows. I
Is
watched
that
it on
it?
a It sounds familiar, where she's kind of just like, she goes out to surf or something and then somehow gets stranded out in the ocean, and then she's just like circled by like a huge shark for an hour and a half.
Man, I
Movie
haven't seen
wise,
that. I gotta watch that.
I don't know. You know what? Not in these trying times in the summer. Watch it in the winter time.
No, I feel like I have to kick off every summer with a Blue Crush.
Oh my gosh. Okay. What
Little
a great little tradition. Now I have to get that on my, viewing list of things. That's a good one. I keep saying like, oh, we got to like throw on Jaws before like the summer gets away from me, because that's always like a fun, scary one to watch this time of year, but it's just like, you have to.
Yeah.
Anyway, there are no sharks. It'll be fine. I can't wait to hear about your surfing.
Yeah, there's no
content of the
sharks
week.
in the James. Do you remember though? I think it was last year on April Fools. I
Oh
think
my gosh.
how the James put up an April Fool's joke, and people were really thinking there were sharks.
Listen, I could be convinced. That's what the problem is with my fear of sharks and my love for them. I mean, truly, it's a love-hate situation, but I'll be convinced they're anywhere. My bathtub, the pool, it doesn't matter to me. I'm worried. It'll be great though. I'm excited to see how you do. And then I'm of course excited to see all your lily pad content too.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll all be on the gram.
Yes,
Might
everybody,
be real. Who knows?
right. Keep
Who
your eyes
knows?
peeled. And then
Keep
you
your
get
eyes
out
peeled.
there and surf too. If you can't make it to the beach, no worries. You can do it in Richmond too, along with all the other amazing things. Fantastic. Well, then, Paige, with that, should we move on to the meat of the episode?
Yes, you take us in.
Okay, yes, I'm taking us in with, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to discuss this. I think I texted you, Paige, either Friday last week or over the weekend at some point when I saw this hit the press, and I was like, this is what I'm discussing on the podcast next week. And it is Kline's Dairy Bar. So I'm going to get straight to the pint for all you JMU Dukes and delish ice cream lovers in general. Kline's Dairy Bar has been setting up its ice cream shop in Chesterfield this year, and opening day is finally here. They're officially soft serving this Wednesday, July 31st. So you'll be hearing this episode on Friday. We'll be well underway with ice cream goodness. No, never fear. The Harrisonburg staple is a fan favorite for locals, college students, and alumni alike. Me, milkshake for me, the JMU alum. You can follow Kline's Chesterfield on Instagram, or at Kline's Chesterfield on Instagram for more updates, or visit kleinsdairybar.com to keep details about the Greater Richmond location, like what they'll be offering for flavor of the weeks. This week, they're kicking things off with raspberry and Oreo. And another thing that they are, shelling out for the fans and the newcomers alike are vegan and dairy-free options too, including their Italian ice. When I went to JMU, I don't know if the Italian ice is a new offering, but it seemed like another delicious thing that you can get there. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I was thinking about how our CEO, Sam, used to be all about Anthony's on the Hill and their very New Jersey-like soft serve situation over there. And of course, RIP to Anthony's on the Hill, one of my favorite pizza places in Churchill, until recently when they closed things down. Their soft serve was so delicious. But Sam loved it because she's from New Jersey. And from what I remember when she introduced me to it, I think it was because it was like a little taste of home for her. And I feel like Kline's is like a taste of my home away from home, JMU. I'm so psyched they're going to be here, Paige.
I do love soft serve. So what's your milkshake? What's your favorite?
So the one of the things I love about Kline's is their whole flavor of the week offering, because they always have such delicious ones. So I'll usually go in and be like, what's the flavor of the week situation? And quite honestly, Oreo, it sounds like a contender for me.
I would do Oreo.
Yeah, I'm good with that. But if I'm not like into the flavors for any given week, a chocolate milkshake, I mean, say less. I'll do it immediately. That'll be my go-to order. If I'm not into one of the flavors of the week, but I do love that little like bit of it, is that they have something new. It's like rotating every week, so it's like fun to sort of see what they're going to be offering, and they'll do like really cute things too around like the holidays and stuff like that, with like pepperminty things or pumpkin-y things. So keep your eyes peeled around the holiday season for sure, but leading up to it, you can find millions of things to enjoy.
That's awesome. I'm gonna have to try. When I get soft serve, I'm a vanilla sprinkles, and hot fudge girly.
Oh, okay. So you do the sprinkles and the hot fudge. Because when I was
Mm-hmm.
thinking about Anthony's,
Mm,
I would do the vanilla and like the sprinkles for sure. I wouldn't
mm-hmm.
go so far as the hot fudge. Maybe that's what I was missing.
Oh, I love hot fudge.
Oh my
It
gosh.
is my favorite.
You know what? You got to get to Kline, see what their hot fudge situation is. Or you know what, Paige? I'm going this week 100%. I'll report back and let you know. I'll report back on the hot fudge findings, and then you can figure out your order from there.
That sounds good. Yeah, at Charm School, they don't do hot fudge, but they do like the dip. So
Oh,
I
okay.
often get vanilla, the shell, the chocolate shell.
Oh, yeah, that's good too.
Yeah, I mean anything to give me that little bit of, I like chocolate.
Right, of course. We've discussed the chocolate love on this show is real and deep. So that makes sense. Okay, the chocolate fudge. This is all very interesting. I'm gonna have to see what Klein's offers, and now I'm gonna have to go figure out this charm school situation for myself too. I love the little dip kind of thing anywhere. I feel
Me
like that's
too.
always good.
And it makes a cute picture.
Of
No,
course.
that's all I think about.
Well, right. You're thinking about it from like the promotional standpoint, and then also like
Yeah.
this is gonna be delicious when I'm done taking pictures.
Yes.
You're the every woman, Paige. Fantastic. So that's my eat. Go eat something from Klein's.
Okay. Well,
Mhm.
I am up for drink. And so on Friday, it was opening day for La Cantina and the Vale Forest Hill. So we just got to talk about that a little bit because that was a lot of fun.
Oh, yes.
So La Cantina is the cocktail bar on the second floor of the Vale Brewing in the Forest Hill location. So they're serving up tequila and mezcal and plenty of cocktails, primarily focused on agave spirits. So the cocktail and spirits list upstairs perfectly complements the in-house Mexican restaurant Y Tu Mama, which, is one of our favorites.
It's like they planned it to a T. Fantastic.
They really did. But the expansive tequila and mezcal list and specialty cocktails will be available exclusively at La Cantina on the second floor just during the hours of operation. So if you go in and La Cantina isn't open, it's just, the regular bar downstairs.
Okay.
So we enjoyed the old fashioned, which was made, I believe, with mezcal because it was super, super smoky. I had the guava for brunch, which was really good, really fruity. It had some Aperol in there, so it was really refreshing.
Oh.
And then, of course, we just had like a margarita.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, you have to.
You have to. But they are going to be open on Fridays from 4 to 10 p.m. and Saturdays 2 to 10 p.m. for now. So if you want to go stop by this weekend, grab a marg, grab a taco, you're going to be happy.
Game over. It sounds perfect. I was so excited when I saw you posting about this last week because we, of course, in recent episodes have just talked about Y Tu Mama, and then the same folks have brought, is it Cochi Loco over in Scott's Edition?
Yeah.
So
again,
now they're
amazing.
ramping up with yet another delicious thing for us all to enjoy. I was psyched to see all the coverage, and now I have to get over there. I was seeing too on comments about this online that people were like, this is where everybody is going to be all the time now in Forest Hill. There are a lot of great places in Forest Hill, but I could see this being like a top tier one that people go to all the time. It sounds and looks delicious.
Yeah. And I mean, I love a brewery that offers, more than beer. I know it's a brewery, but I just,
It
want to
makes
mix
sense.
it up.
Well, when you're going with like a big group of friends, not necessarily everybody is into the beer setup all the time. So it's always nice when these breweries are like thinking of folks who are like, I don't know, like, do you have anything else on the drink menu that I could enjoy? And lots of them, the answer now is yes, they've got tons of things. If you're not a beer drinker, no problem. We've got cocktails and things like that.
Yeah. It's perfect.
Sounds delicious. Well, I'll be over there ASAP.
All right, let's take you into C.
Yeah, let's do our C and do now. So for C, I'm very excited about this too. I'm excited about both of my picks every week, but these particular ones, I was like, I'm going to be chatting this entire time. So the listeners and Paige, please bear with me as I will not stop. But I'm talking this week. I need you to go see the RVA Duck Race and Festival of Inclusion over on Browns Island. What's not to love about rubber ducks racing down the canal? Autism Society of Central Virginia hosts and CoStar Group presents this fun and sensory-friendly annual festival featuring music, family activity zones, local vendors, good eats, and more, all in support of a great org and its cause. Proceeds from the duck race benefit ASCV, whose mission is to support, empower, and build connections to improve the lives of all in our local autism community, and whose vision for the future is a supportive and inclusive community where everyone impacted by autism is connected to high quality supports and resources. The party is happening on Browns Island, as I mentioned, this Saturday, August 3rd, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Now, I've been a few years in the past, a couple of times, so I'm a little experienced in the duck race situation. I'm a mom too, so I understand 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can do it if you have, the stamina and all of that to take your kids out there. But if you're thinking like, I'm not going to be able to make it out for the whole thing, but I definitely want the kiddos to see the duck race, and I, the mom and the dad, I want to see the duck race too. Typically, they do it toward the end of the event around like 3 p.m. But if you keep your eyes on social media that day, they like to post like the happenings of the day in real time too. So you'll be able to get a better idea once we hit the weekend. But typically, my experience is if you're going specifically to watch the duck race, it's 3 p.m., usually around there. For more info and to purchase rubber ducks to go to the cause, you can go to ascv.org, or you can follow along at Autism Society Central VA on Instagram too, to stay up to date with whatever the organization is doing. And then, of course, like the happenings for the day. I love this event. It's such a good cause.
Have you ever done the ducks, like purchased the ducks?
So this is a great question too, Paige, because I think in the past you
They
need to
sell
get them.
out.
Yeah, they sell out so
Yeah.
quickly. Like I think like in times in the past, I've thought like, oh, I'll just like get them while I'm there, but they have a limited number because they also, if you haven't been to this, dump like the entire thing from like this
Which is
huge
cool.
actual dumpster. So like they've got a lot, but it's still like limited to what they would be able to fit in this dumpster. So definitely, as you're hearing this, get your ducks as soon as you can because they do sell out. I can't remember if I've actually gotten to it in time. I feel like one year I would have had to have after I learned how important it was to be on top of it. But it's so fun to watch the race either way. You can like watch from over the bridge over there. You can watch from down like on the hill where we tend to like to be around for Friday cheers too. Like there's so many different angles of it. We've seen it up close and personal right near the dumpster dump of it all. So it's super fun. It's a great cause and they've got lots of fun things happening over there. And it's especially like kid friendly too. I mean, it's a great, if you're a parent, great thing to do on a Saturday for sure.
Well, I got the deets. So it's
Tell me,
just
Paige.
rvaduckrace.org.
Okay.
One duck is $8.
Okay.
Two ducks is $14. 5 is $25. 10 is $50. And then 25, you get a souvenir duck, a souvenir t-shirt, a free car wash courtesy of Flagstop. And it's only $100. I would totally donate to that.
Oh
and
my gosh. Easy sell for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Paige. I should have bulleted out like all the different tiers of it. I forgot that they did that, I guess, too. It's not necessarily you just go in there for one duck, like get it package situation.
Just go to rvaduckrace.org and get your ducks and then go see them. That sounds like so fun.
Yeah, I can't say it enough. Contributing to a great cause, having a great time, and it sounds like you get a t-shirt and a car wash out of it too. If you go a certain level, do it. Easy.
Yeah.
And another
you want that swag.
What?
You want that swag.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I know, I'm all like ears when you're talking merch. Wait a minute, there was merch there that I missed. But also a hot tip as a parent too, like definitely buy your ducks and then also keep your eyes peeled for like all these vendors. I mean, somebody's got free ducks just lying around there too. Get your purchase ducks, get your free ducks, find the ducks. The day is about the ducks.
All about it.
Get out there. That's my C for this week. Go see the duck race. Go enjoy the whole festival. It's a blast. And I think the weather too, I looked up before we were talking about it. I think it's going to be a little toasty again because we're going to be in August now. It's a little like smoking hot, but it's like capping out at 95. You get your water, your drinks and stuff. You'll be in good shape.
Yeah. I hope the weather clears for me on Saturday on the
stove.
Yeah.
Right. True. I feel like it's, from what I can tell, going to be hot, but I think we're staying like in the no rain zone. So it should be good for all weekend plans as long as you're staying hydrated. So that's my C. What are we doing this week, Paige?
Well, we have our own holiday. It's called 804 Day.
Oh, I thought you meant you and me.
No, but Richmond, we have our own holiday, 804 Day. So 804 Day is usually celebrated annually on August 4th. 804.
Of course.
In Richmond. It's been an unofficial citywide holiday for years. But the official 804 Day block party is headed to Shaka Bottom's 17th Street Market. And it is not on 804.
Okay.
I just want everybody to be aware because I even thought it was on 804. It is actually on Friday, August
Yes.
2nd from 4 to 9.
Okay.
So that is the official like 804 block party.
Sure.
And that's with Shaco Records because it's also next week is, I believe, Richmond Music Week. So
Oh, okay,
there's a lot
wonderful.
of stuff going on with 804 and Music Week. That would be next week, not this
Okay.
week. But 804 day on Friday, there's going to be dancing, singing, eating, drinking. It's the biggest block party in RVA. It's at the 17th Street Market. Lots of, vendors, a lot of there's multiple stages, lots of, I can't talk, lots of music,
Sure.
community involvement.
Right.
So it should be great. Also there is, 804 day, like ATEO 4 day.
The puns, they're on fire over here.
And that is with the Richmond Black Restaurant Experience and
Okay.
Unlocking RVA. And that is on Sunday, August 4th at Hardywood West Creek. So there are tickets for that. Lots of stuff going on there. And then again, on actual 804 day on Sunday, you can join Common House in the Cork Hotel from 10 to 4 p.m. as they bring you 25 plus local vendors for a market to celebrate our community. So you can stop at Field and Floral, you can stop at Common House or Quirk, and Common House will be open to the public that day. So you're invited to shop and also dine and check out the space. And there's going to be tours. So if you're always interested in Common House, we do have perks for that as well.
Oh yeah, we got a good one too. It's like half off of a membership. So this sounds like a good opportunity for if you've been thinking about it, you want to go take a tour, like go do that and celebrate Richmond in all other kinds of ways.
Yeah. And then I usually businesses go all out with deals and specials and freebies. So usually I post a few happening. Like I already know Boho Studios is doing a deal, but usually a bunch of businesses do. So I would just keep your eyes peeled for that. And just celebrate Richmond. How
I
fun is
know.
that?
Oh my gosh, that's such a good time. And yeah, like you've described it, a huge block party. And it sounds like an amazing way to spend the weekend, kick off the weekend, end the weekend. It sounds like it's going to be, people are going to be doing all kinds of things this weekend. It sounds like to get us, that Wednesday feeling I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The summer is like, absolutely not. It's August and we're still partying. So
Yes.
excuse me for what I said. I am not tired. I am down to clown. I will keep going as long as you will, Summer.
Yeah, and we have a busy weekend. So, yeah, make sure you're paying attention to our event calendar, the
Yes.
weekender. We just have a lot going on this weekend. So,
Lots
it's
of
a
things.
great time to be in Richmond.
Yes, for sure. And speaking of that too, we're headed into like the first, couple of days of a new month, which for us means like a new trend spotter, a new family calendar, and new music guide as well. So we've got all kinds of other like tips and tricks coming your way this week. If this is not enough and you need even more ideas, we have got you covered. Don't even worry about it. But yeah, excuse me for saying I was tired. There's no time for sleep. It's August and we're ready to go.
Wake up.
Wake up. I'm awake. I'll just splash my face with some water. I'm ready to go.
Oh, that wraps us up. So thanks for listening, Richmond. And by the way, there's more where that came from. Joining the Richmond experience as a member is the best way to stay in the know about what's going on in RVA.
Not to worry, we refuse to sell your info or bombard you with ads, but we do charge a small annual membership fee of $39 a year to fund our team so we can keep doing this awesome work. Plus, a portion of each annual membership purchase for the Richmond experience goes to rotating nonprofits each month. That's like $1 per week to get an all-access pass to the best of RVA and lift up local orgs. It's a really, really good deal, friends. And listen, what are friends for anyway? Use code CHATTER to get $10 off your first year subscription.
So give us a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at The Richmond Experience. And if you enjoyed this episode, send to your buds and rate, review, and subscribe.
And if you want to keep up with each of us, you can find me at Kelsey Heinz's Typing on Instagram.
And me, Sips and Trips with Paige on Instagram.
Chat with you next week, RVA.